Hello and welcome back to ArsenalVavel's official YouTube channel. We're back with another episode of My 1-2-11 and we've got a rather special guest on today. We've got Daniyal Khan. How are you doing, man?
I'm good, bro. Thank you for having me. Always a pleasure to be doing videos for ArsenalVavel, man. I'm really excited.
Always a pleasure, bro. Always a pleasure. So like I said, we're back with another episode of My 1-2-11. And for people that are new to the channel or not sure of the concept of this series is we get some special guests on, personalities, journalists, and we talk about their personal all-time Arsenal 1-2-11 for reasons that might resonate with them, for whatever, if they might have met a player, if they may have just really enjoyed watching them play. So without further ado, Dan, we're just going to crack on and start off with your Arsenal 11. What formation have you gone for, first of all, just to kind of start this off?
So, personally, I was actually thinking about this. I think it might actually have to be... All right, let's start with 4-2-3-1.
4-2-3-1. Okay,
that's in my head right now.
Okay,
but then I just had a bit of a heart attack thinking about a certain position.
Okay,
but we'll play with it, and then
4-2-3-1. Okay, that's a formation that's been used a lot over the years. We see lots of Arsenal 11s with a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah.
So between the sticks in goal, who have you gone for?
So for me, I wouldn't say we've got like a long kind of history, particularly in our time of watching Arsenal. I think Big Hands David Seaman stands out above the rest quite clearly. England #1 winner, like how you would describe someone like Schmeichel, but someone that was very assured and didn't really have to do too much of that shouting stuff because of the back four he had in front of him. But I think Seaman, one of the greatest saves of all time in that FA Cup semi-final against Sheffield United, an England #1, an Invincible. You know, you can't really look further than him. Special shouts out to Emi Martinez, who I think is a great keeper. I think he's a great Arsenal keeper that's not been given the chance, but quite clearly he's a top-class goalkeeper.
Killing it.
Bernd Leno, even though he's going through a bit of a lull, still when he came in, I felt like we were getting a major upgrade. And Petr Cech, although it didn't work out all the way through how we wanted it to, when we first signed him and we played Chelsea in that Community Shield, and he basically made Hazard bottle a one-on-one chance against him.
Yeah.
At that moment, I genuinely thought, oh my God, we have got a world-class keeper that people feel like they need to top bin him in order to score. So some good goalkeepers, but for me, David Seaman trumps them all from an Arsenal perspective, and a great guy. And I went to uni with a girl whose dad is best mates with David Seaman.
Oh, wow.
And another thing, David Seaman's autobiography makes reference to one of my best friend's dads who he went to school with.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Can't remember his name. I can't, because I don't know Scott's dad's name. I can't. But he makes reference to his time at school in Rotherham. And he references Scott's dad, which is pretty cool. So I've got a few links to Seaman, a few distant threaded links. So big hands for sure.
Big hands for sure. Big hands. For people that might not know who Dan is, we might get a couple name drops in here. I'm just pre-warning everyone. We might get a couple name drops in here. Just to add to it, obviously being an employee of Arsenal Football Club, working as a presenter there. Big up to you, man, on the stuff you're doing. You're killing it right now.
Thanks, bro. It's a pleasure. Obviously, before anything with Arsenal, I'm like a huge fan. So to be able to be doing things, or to be able to be called on platforms like this saying, oh, we'd like to speak to you because we feel like you have an affiliation with Arsenal, is already an amazing thing. But yeah, man, regardless of being an employee or not, I mean, Arsenal, man, no other club makes me feel like this. What can we do?
Honestly, man, we're not just getting you on because you're an employee of Arsenal Football Club, bro. We love the way you talk. We love the way you contribute to this channel. But yeah, man, just as well, sorry, obviously we didn't fully introduce you there, but is there anything that people can look out for you with recently? Anything up and coming that people can look out for?
Yeah, so as always, I'm a presenter for Arsenal. You can catch me during the week with Frimmy on the Arsenal official Twitch. You can also follow me on Instagram, Daniyal.KhanUP, where you can follow little bits of what I'm up to, normally quite interesting. And you can actually, through that, see what I'm up to with my creative platform. which is Urban Panda. So we do a lot of cool things. So check in with us. You might find something you like.
I would just say, though, if you're following Dan's Instagram, don't follow it whilst you're hungry because there's always some beautiful food on there. So, yeah, honestly, top guy. And we really appreciate you coming back on. We have started off with David Seaman in between the sticks. You said a 4-2-3-1, so we're going for a back four. You can't really go for a back five or a three in an all-time 11, can you? But
yeah, it's a bit anti-football, isn't it?
Yeah, especially with some of the talented attackers that Arsenal have had over the years. Sure. So right back, who have you gone for at right back?
Right back. The first one that comes to mind, to be honest with you, in terms of right back, unless I'm getting this wrong. Yeah, no, I'm going to go for it. But just correct me if I'm wrong. Is Bakary Sagna a right back?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to go for Bakary Sagna. You mentioned like a personal connection or something that you felt with him. I remember I saw him debut when I was watching the Emirates Cup. It was at the Emirates, and I think we were versing Real Madrid, and he was making his debut. And I remember seeing his gold locks, and I remember seeing him bursting down and how positive he was and how great his touch was. I think Sagna was a really good player for us. And at one point, he was my favourite player at Arsenal. I loved his performances. His header against Spurs to get us back into that game where we absolutely whacked them was a sensational one. And he obviously he was obviously good enough to be tapped up by City and go on to win leagues. And I think if we would have gone heavy in the transfer market, for example, I still think Sagna would have been one of those people that didn't get upgraded on. He would have been one of the people that was part of a title-winning challenge for Arsenal. So Bakary Sagna, for me, that definitely comes to mind. But I can't lie, when you mentioned right back, not too many others are springing to my mind. I mean, you've got Loren, but for me personally, Loren was that guy that all the players in the dressing room loved him for what he offered to the team rather than anyone in the crowd looking at him and going, oh, I love Loren.
Yeah.
But for me, individually as a player, I loved Bakary Sagna for sure.
Bakary Sagna, yeah. Fantastic hair, like you said, bro. Honestly, he's a decent player as well in his day, just consistent.
Sure.
So yeah, right back, Bakary Sagna. And centre-back, we'll just go for the centre-back pairing. Who have you gone for in these two main defensive positions?
So, bearing in mind, I'm throwing out names, but what I'm going to go for is I'm going to pick a team as if they're actually playing a real match as well. So I'm going to just think about the balance I've got going on. You can't talk about Arsenal centre-backs without mentioning Mr. Arsenal. It's stupid. It's anti-football. I don't care who you've got. Mr. Tony Adams goes straight in there with the captain's armband on.
Okay.
Icon, hero. But not just icon, hero for, like, oh, that goal he scored or this or that or how much I don't know. None of, or what he risen from. As a football player, as a centre-back, not only did he have that classy spatial awareness, he had that hard, never say die attitude. He was a leader of men. The way he controlled that back line, like you look at Lee Dixon in that famous back four. You look at Lee Dixon, who said that on his last game, Tony Adams, like in the middle of the game, just looked at him and said, "You're some player," and like the profound impact it had on Lee Dixon shows you the type of person, the type of leader that Tony Adams was. So I think any all-time team without Tony Adams at the back is not an all-time team.
Okay, Tony Adams. And who's your second centre-back you've gone for?
So I've gone for Tony Adams, bearing in mind he wasn't blessed with the greatest of speed and power. He was more of a mentality monster that carried himself through. So my next centre-back, I'm not going to go for Keown.
Okay.
I think I'm not going to go for Keown. I'm going to go for someone that's got a bit more pace and explosive power. And I'm going to go for someone that Arsene Wenger signed on deadline day for free from our greatest rivals without saying a word. I'm going for Sol Campbell.
Sol Campbell, okay.
I'm going for Sol Campbell. A few, do you know when I was talking about playing the game, a few came to mind that maybe I want more of a ball player. So I was toying with the idea of Vermaelen, to be honest. But I just don't think I just don't think he did quite enough, whether it was injuries or whether it was the type of team that we had. And, you know, I think Sol Campbell and Tony Adams is a great partnership. It's a great dynamism. And I think Sol Campbell will allow, he'll cover the space when Sanya's bombing forward, personally.
Sure.
So I'll go for Sol Campbell.
Sol Campbell. Okay. No, I mean, you said that an Arsenal 11 without Tony Adams in isn't really an all-time 11. I know when I did mine, I didn't go for him just because it's a bit of a generation before mine from what I've seen. But now I hear you. I think I went for Koscielny, and I think it might have been Vermaelen, to be fair.
See, I'm not mad at Koscielny.
Yeah.
Like, for example, in that spot next to Tony Adams, it could have been any one of 3 or 4. But I just think overall, I think if I'm pairing 2 together, that I feel like, what is the title-winning pair?
Sure.
I reckon Sol Campbell and Tony Adams is.
Actually, no, I've just remembered. Actually, I didn't go for Koscielny and Vermaelen. I went for Vermaelen and Rob Holding just because of the story behind the Rob Holding transfer.
Sure.
You know, I'm sorry, he doesn't cost 50 million.
Sure. That's the one. I'm sorry, he doesn't cost.
Arsene Wenger. I think the thing that just didn't do it for me with Koscielny was the fact of how he left the club. Just didn't sit well with me, unfortunately.
It ruined it. For me personally, though, like, it wasn't like he went and took off his Arsenal top and there was a City top or something like that.
Yeah.
For me personally, he just wanted to go back and be closer to his family. I think he was.
Yeah. I'm not against that. It's just he refused to go on pre-season tour. Kind of went on strike from the club. Just wasn't sitting the best with me. But Rob Holding, Bobby Holding, what can we say? And shout out to his new hair, by the way. Fair play to the guy. Fantastic.
Come on, legend. Come on. He's back, baby. He's back. And I tell you what, Rob Holding is actually one of the nicest people I've had the pleasure of speaking with. I met him before I was working with Arsenal. I met him on a night out, and he was a top lad.
Wow.
We spat Lose Yourself together.
Okay.
Which was, in fact, I might actually, if I type in, will it play? I think it might.
No way. Oh my days. Bro. Mate, keep that video somewhere special. That video somewhere special. What a guy.
Me and Bobby. So he's great. His energy is amazing. He really loves Arsenal. And yeah, just a really good guy. And I think we Arsenal have a lot of time for him, not just because of him as a person, but we actually do see some incredible qualities in him. So, the way he speaks to the back four, the way he has that level-headed aggression in the team, which I think is great. So, yeah, man, love Bobby.
Yeah, what a guy. So, your team so far, you've got Seaman in the sticks, you've got Sanya on the right back, and then you've got Sol Campbell and Mr. Arsenal, Tony Adams is your centre-back pairing.
Sure.
We're going to move to left back now. Who have you gone for in that position? There's a couple people you could put in there depending on the generation you're from. Obviously, a very solid left back right now in Kieran Tierney.
Yeah, I think Kieran Tierney could, like, even at this point in his career, could make it into an all-time Arsenal 11.
Yeah, I've seen other people put him in theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who have you gone for in this position?
No, fine. Do you know what? Fine. I'll set the rule. Because I set myself a rule that I can only have one invincible in each part of the pitch.
Okay.
So goalkeeper, defense, midfield, attack, there can only be one invincible.
Yeah.
So that, because otherwise, do you know what I mean? It's all very... Yeah. So with that in mind, so I was going to go for... I'm sorry to offend you on this. I was going to go for Ashley Cole. Yeah. Because listen, for me, people can call him Ashley Cole. People can call him anything.
Ashley Cole's a right back, no?
Ashley Cole's a left back.
My bad. Sorry. Okay, ignore it. Sorry. Yeah,
I might be wrong, but Ashley Cole was a left back, I believe.
I'm gonna check that real quick. But sorry, carry on.
Please. Oh my God, have I been living a lie this whole time? Left back.
Okay, my bad. Yeah, sorry, left back. My bad. Sorry. We did an interview recently of Justin Hoyt, and he was talking about how Ashley Cole was a mentor for him. I thought they were both right backs, but my bad. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, no. So Ashley Cole is a left back. I was going to go for him because I feel like people rave about people like Luke Shaw. People rave about people like Andy Robertson. People rave. Ashley Cole is one of the best British. No, not even the best British. One of the best left backs of all time.
Okay, that's a big statement.
He's had some absolutely, like, if he was Spanish or Italian or whatever, we'd be raving more. Like, he is in the same class of people like Marcelo. He's in the same class as those elite left backs that we've seen throughout our career. His longevity is insane. He's an invincible that then left Arsenal for whatever reason, because for maybe they weren't matching his ambition. Maybe they weren't willing to pay him what he thought he was worth. But then when he moved on, he didn't like go to, I don't know, Al Sadd or Shanghai Shenhua. He went to Chelsea and he won the lot. That says a lot about him. He's an incredible player. I was going to go for him, but no, I'm not going to go for an Invincible. So I am actually going to go for, unless you can throw some other names at me that make me think.
Just to mix things up a little bit, I went for La Caraba, Nacho Monreal. The GOAT himself. Mr. Consistent. 7 out of 10. Mr. 7 out of 10 every single game.
Every single game.
Just because I feel like he's one of the most underappreciated players of the Emirates era.
So, no, do you know what, bro? Do you know what? You've swayed me, because I was going to put Tierney in there, but you mentioned something about a personal connection.
Okay.
So I was in Wembley Stadium, Arsenal versus Man City, FA Cup semi-final.
Wow, okay.
We were 1-0 down. On the left, Chambo's playing left wing back, and he had a great time there. It's a shame that he could have had a good Arsenal career if he just stuck to left wing back, you know. He whipped in a delicious ball on the back post, and who came and first time spiked it in?
Man like Nacho.
Bro, it was brilliant. Like, that was a huge moment. That's one of my best days as a football fan, because I really felt like we played the Arsenal way and beat.
What a game! What a game!
City. It was fantastic. And then went on to win the FA Cup as well. So I can't knock Nacho for that. Man for man, I think Tierney is top class, and of course, ability wise, he's a level above. But where Nacho and Monreal lacked in ability, he made up for in hard work, commitment, belief, consistency. Like, he was just amazing.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna go for because now I'm just thinking, am I just being nice? FA Cup winner, consistent over. We signed him in 2013, 2014.
Something
when did
like
we sign
that.
Nacho?
Something like that.
I remember his first season was diabolical. I was like, oh my word, what have we done? Like, we're worse with him on the pitch than with 10 men. But then he almost became like a Cesar Azpilicueta for us. You know, where is he top class? No, not really. Does he perform top class? Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Kieran Tierney, you're talking about, for me, one of the best left backs in the league. I think for me, Tierney is in the same category as Robertson and Luke Shaw.
I just think injuries have held him back from people seeing that.
Yeah. Well, no, it's a lot of people are too busy supporting their own club, so they don't really check for people like that. Like, if you asked me who's one of the best wide attackers in the league right now, Chelsea fans would go blue in the face telling you it's Kai Havertz. But for me, I'd say, Kai Havertz is sick, but I've not seen him do anything mad, because I'm too busy not checking for Chelsea. I'm minding my own business. But honestly, when you watch a club week in, week out, you know who's a baller.
Yeah.
Tony Adams, Sol Campbell, Sanya. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go for Kieran Tierney.
KT, okay. You could say Tierney and Monreal have similar attributes as far as consistency goes and hard work and dedication, but Tierney just does seem that step up in ability. Yeah,
and he's one of those undroppables, and he's one of those ones that when he's on the pitch, you feel very secure. So Tierney, Tony Adams, Sol Campbell, Bakary Sanya, even behind them.
Or Sakali Banya, sorry, I haven't dropped that one in there. But so your back four so far, it's looking very sturdy, very strong. Special shout out to Nuno Tavares, by the way. He's doing his thing at the moment. He come in and he's looking cold.
No, absolutely. He's
like you said, you just can't drop Tierney, can you?
No. But the thing is, Nuno Tavares, what I love is he's different to Tierney.
Yeah.
Like for example, when you want to bring someone on to maybe shore up, turn into a back five maybe, or just add a bit more pressure to them. Nuno looks all action. He looks like he wants all the smoke.
Yeah, I feel confident on putting him on the left wing as well. If you need to put someone there, I feel like he could do a job. Like in pre-season, he showed us he can finish him too.
Sure.
So yeah, no, Nuno Tavares is an exciting player to keep an eye on, I think. But yeah, you just can't drop to Kieran Tierney. But yeah, shout out to KT on that one. But we're gonna move into the midfield two, that midfield pivot. And Dan, you said to me on text yesterday that you could be dropping a name in here, which I don't know if people want to see.
Nah, that was a joke. That was just
okay. I was going to say, I think people would go mad if you put Granit Xhaka in an all-time 11.
That was just to rattle you. Listen, I'm a Xhaka guy, but Xhaka on his best day, no, doesn't get into...
Not on an Arsenal 11.
And listen, I love Xhaka, and if we're talking about personal connection, one of my favorite Arsenal interviews of all time. Like, what a guy. Him and Leno, we did an interview. Wicked guy. Like someone that I would want to go to dinner with. I would want to go with Granit Xhaka, legend. And not only that, I think he gets a lot more stick than he deserves. I love Granit Xhaka.
Oh, 100%. We saw how much we missed him against Brighton.
No, absolutely.
And he played a crucial role in, I believe it was Saka's goal. When we're playing out from the back in the North London derby, Ramsdale plays a pass, which is a little bit wayward, and Xhaka just uses his body to shield it very well. And then we break from that, and then we go put the ball in the back of the net. So I think he's underappreciated, like you said.
Sure.
But there again, he does have his moments. But of course, that's what everyone likes to focus on. But we're this is a safe place for Granit Xhaka around here. We do like Granit Xhaka.
Yeah, so I'm team Granit, but still, I would say if I'm picking two midfielders, I want to pick a combination of two.
I feel like there's a couple of names which just have to be in every Arsenal 11.
Yeah, but see, now here's the thing. Here's the thing now.
Let us know, what are you thinking? Who are you going between in this selection?
So because we've got two midfielders, right? That number 10 role that's being occupied, I'm including that in my midfield as well. You know, like
so midfield 3 almost.
Yeah, well, no, so it's a 4-2-3-1, but then I'm not going to have an invincible in the midfield, the number 10, and the striker.
Okay.
Like, otherwise, that's cheating. So I'm just imposing these rules on myself, but I think it is reasonable because our Invincibles team is so iconic that if you're going to do all time, probably 9 of them would be in there. But I am going for number 1, Santi Cazorla.
Santi Cazorla, okay.
And the reason I'm doing that is because that's the reason I've gone for such a rigid, hard... Can I swear? No?
Try not to.
Okay. Yeah. So the reason I've gone for a very hard back four, a very organized back four, is so that I can allow for that luxury that Santi has, that almost that free roll to screen the number 6 position.
Okay, yeah.
And I want him screening the number 6 position and doing what he wants, whether he wants to thread it out wide, whether he wants to lay it off to the fullbacks, whether he wants to ping it in behind.
Okay.
I like Santi in that role. I like him in that role. I don't know what you think. I prefer him a lot more as a deep lying playmaker, almost like on that famous night at the Etihad.
Yeah. You want to know what I think? Santi Cazorla, one of the best players to wear an Arsenal shirt. Honestly, we talk about underappreciated players. I think that's Exhibit A. Honestly,
and personal connection. I was in Sheffield on FA Cup final day in 2014, Arsenal versus Hull.
Wow.
I was like, how can I not be at Wembley for like this huge, we're potentially the first time in 9 years we're going to lift a trophy.
Yeah.
I was like, ticket or not, I'm going down to Wembley. So I booked a train. I actually met, who did I meet on the way down? Oh, no, I didn't meet Howard Webb on the way down. That was a different time. So he's from Rotherham, so I just met him at the train station. I was like, yeah, lad. So anyway, I got the train down with my yellow Arsenal top on, got outside the ground, bought a little FA Cup badge. And when I got there, I managed to get a ticket.
Wow.
in the
I bet that wasn't cheap. I bet that was.
Oh no! So
did you pay face value or did you get
no,
scammed by
no?
some?
So I didn't pay face value, but listen to this. Face value was 85 quid. Yeah.
Whereabouts was his ticket? Whereabouts was his ticket?
Halfway line. Like.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. £85 was the face value. I paid 110.
That's not bad, you know. That's not bad at all.
That's banging. Like, so basically, this guy had bought 2 tickets just in case his hookup of free tickets didn't end up coming through.
Yeah.
So he bought them. He got a call saying, "Oh, my tickets have come through," and I managed to hear him saying he had a spare. He had like one spare left.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Listen, mate, look, I could give it to anyone here or whatever like that, but you're an Arsenal fan. That's fine. Just get me a couple of pints." So 85, £25 for a couple of pints. No drama for me, man. Like I'm
that's blessed, to be fair.
So I'm going to tell you a real story. I was in my overdraft, piss broke. I called my dad. I was like, "Dad, I beg you, big Arsenal day." He just hung up the phone. And then can you imagine? Yeah, anyway, he hung up the phone. I called my beautiful girlfriend at the time, who's now my wife. She's my wife because of this moment.
Okay.
Bang.
Okay.
Within minutes, slapped the account.
Wow.
Cash to the guy. And then I got into the stadium at 2-0 down. Went into the stadium at 2-0 down. I was sitting there. Arsenal fan to the left of me was like, "It's done."
Oh, so you're in a neutral section? Sorry.
Yeah, no. So no. So I was here. Hull fans were maybe 20 seats to the left.
Okay.
And then the entire Arsenal side was to my right.
Okay.
So we were together.
Yeah.
And we were 2-0 down, and Arsenal fans were like livid, fuming, whatever. He's bottled it. I can't believe they're doing this. Hull, who are they? And we got a free kick. And Santi Cazorla stood on the edge of that ball. And I remember saying to the guy, and I was like, "Get ready." I was like, "The comeback is on," before he taken the free kick. And he goes, "Not from there. He's not going to shoot from there. He's not going to shoot from there." When he hit that ball and it went in, I was celebrating. And from then on, I promise you, I said to the guy to the left of me, I said, from then on, I was like, "We are winning the FA Cup." I was like, "It's on." So that is a huge, incredibly special moment for me. I think I've actually got the video I took on my phone of Santi Cazorla taking that free kick.
That was what a free kick.
I got it.
Honestly, from the and then the Giroud back heel to Ramsey to put it in. I remember moments like this. You remember exactly where you were when they happened, and just to be. Well, for you to be in the stadium must have been incredible in that experience.
It was so special. I'm going to see if I can quickly find it, if it doesn't take me too long.
But honestly, Santi Cazorla, one of the most incredible players to ever wear an Arsenal shirt, and I think that Manchester City game really does stand out as what was it?
But it's also the whole game, because genuinely, as an individual performance, I was staring at him the whole game, and I just couldn't tell what foot he was. It was just.
I don't think he knows.
It was such an amazing performance.
The fact, bro, he used to take corners with his left foot, take corners with his right foot, and just the personality as well of the guy was just, you could not hate the guy, honestly.
No. I think Santi was a stunning player.
One of a kind. Brilliant guy.
And actually, you mentioned someone there just then, which made me think, wow, like, does he deserve to be in there alongside?
Are we talking about Aaron Ramsey here?
Yeah, we're talking about Rambo.
Okay. Well, what I did in this situation was, for me personally, Jack Wilshere was one of the biggest influences on me as an Arsenal fan throughout. And under Arsene Wenger, we used to put Aaron Ramsey on the right-hand side quite a lot in that 4-2-3-1 formation. So to facilitate for that, I put Wilshere and Santi, and then I put Ramsey on the right-hand side.
Sure.
So I don't know if you're going to do this, or is there a certain Patrick Vieira that you feel should be in that side?
Yeah, you've pretty much nailed it in terms of, I know Santi, I don't want to be box to box. Like Santi, I want to be just like, I want Santi to have a very narrow window on the pitch, like that middle strip. I want him to run that, and I want everyone else to do their thing. And next to him, I need an enforcer. I need someone who's a bit box to box, but also, if we're under pressure, doesn't mind just sitting in front of the back four.
Yeah.
So for me, Ramsey's a great, but listen, this is an all-time great, and there will be great players that get left out, but it has to be Patrick Vieira. I'm sorry to be predictable, but if we're just talking about a midfield combo in front of that back four, Santi and Vieira would be.
Imagine those two in their prime. Patrick Vieira is a Premier League all-time, one of the greatest midfielders to ever play in the Premier League.
He gets into a Premier League all-time great.
Oh, easily. And he's doing his thing at Crystal Palace at the moment as well. Absolutely. Hopefully that can work out well for him. And maybe, I don't know, are you for or against Arsenal players managing the team in the future? Like,
I'm for it.
Do you not feel like it could damage your idea of them and how you feel about them? Because you've seen with Ollie and United and the way fans have turned against him, and Lampard at Chelsea, it didn't work out for him. Like, does that tarnish their reputation at all?
No, so social media will always hyper-inflate a situation. The majority of fans still know that Ollie's legacy is protected. They also know that Ollie dragged Man United out from a lack of identity and basically being in the wilderness to making fans want to go and watch Man United again. That's for sure. And I think he's done enough to protect his legacy. And Frank Lampard's legacy has not been tarnished at all. They will still sing his name when he takes over another club and comes back to manage. They'll still have banners of him around the club. He's still their all-time leading goal scorer. It's just that social media inflates things. When you're on there, you see 200 people tweeting the same thing, and all of a sudden you think that that's the entire fan base. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's what social media, like, unfortunately, you have with it. People assume that's an entire fan base when there's certain people saying things. But
So personally, I don't even think Arteta's an Arsenal legend.
I don't either. No.
I think what he does as a manager will then cement him as an Arsenal legend.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, you could say already the fact that he's won us an FA Cup, like, has
insane.
That's just something that makes us. I don't know. In my eyes, that's more than his playing career. For me, him winning us an FA Cup as a manager kind of puts him higher up than him, whatever he did for us as a player.
Sure.
I think people forget that. People are quick to forget that with Arteta as well. I think if it wasn't for the fact that he won us that FA Cup and the Community Shield, you can say what you want about it. If you win it, it's a trophy. If you don't, it's nothing.
Thank you. If you beat Liverpool at Wembley, you're gassed.
Exactly. In a pre-season as well, when we had half our team. But I think, people are quick to forget that with Mikel Arteta. And I think that's what makes a lot of people stick around, the fact that he won us a trophy and we've seen what we can do. So,
and the thing is, when it's going bad, people like to say, "What's the plan?" I don't see an identity. When it's going well, you can see the idea that Arteta has.
Yeah,
you can see the ideas that he brings and who he wants to play like, and he's doing it the Arsenal way. Like he signed a player based on their specific specialist ability, as well as their overall goalkeeping ability in Aaron Ramsdale. Yeah. Aaron Ramsdale was not a superstar name, but it's almost like he's taking a page out of his influence in Pep's teams, where people like to think City spend all the money and all that, but City don't really buy superstars.
No.
City don't buy Messi, Ronaldo. Yaya Toure was on Barcelona's bench when they bought him. Sergio Aguero was like an up-and-comer who'd done a few bits at Atletico Madrid. David Silva was like one of a special class at Valencia. So I don't think, like, City don't go out and do that, but they spend big money on them. Arteta's taken the same look and he's gone, right, listen, what are they asking for? 25 million. Yeah, okay. This guy is going to give my team what it needs. Pay the 25 million. If he cost us 6 million, we wouldn't be complaining about it.
No.
I think former players, especially of the ilk of someone like Vieira, I'm not saying he should take over from Arteta, but former players should be directors of football, should be like advisors, should be managers, should be coaches, because especially when they're winners, they know what it takes and they know the fabric of the club. And
they know what Arsenal is realistically.
Absolutely.
I know there was talk of, I think David O'Leary to go on the Arsenal board a couple of years ago, and everyone was just so for it. It never happened, unfortunately. But I think just having an actual Arsenal person involved in the club would mean a lot. But just briefly on that Ramsdale thing, and I think with Tommy Ashley too, and a couple of the signings, like, I've got to say it myself, I never outed these people, But humble pie never tasted so good, man.
No.
With these situations, I backed the signings, and because they were coming to the club, and the second they put on that shirt and they're an Arsenal player, I'm fully behind them. But I didn't quite understand some of the signings and paying that amount for Ramsdale in the moment. I understand it now, but in the moment. But honestly, like you just got to applaud some of these signings, and I think Tommy Ashley will make a lot of people eat their words, especially a certain Sky reporter. I don't know if you know, if you saw, was it Cave? He did on deadline day. He said he got a message from his agent saying he'd been offered around, and no one really knew much about him. And his agent said, "Oh, we don't know if he's actually any good. He's not that good." And then in Mikel Arteta's press conference after the North London derby, he says Tommy Ashley's been a revelation since he signed for Arsenal. So, I mean, I think Arsenal's technical team in general has just made a lot of people eat their words this window. But yeah, we're going to crack on, continue with this Arsenal 11. This is where it gets tasty. This is where we start to see a couple exciting players put in. We're moving on to the front four, if you like. You've got the right wing, your left wing, your number 10, and your striker. I think it's quite predictable who most people's strikers have been in this series. I wonder if Dan's going to pick anything different, but we'll start with the right wing in this situation.
Right wing. Right wing. Oh, this is where I need to. Let's go for. Let me go for the right wing first.
Okay.
I'm going to put him there, but obviously the team's a bit more fluid than that. Mesut Ozil on the right wing.
Wow. Okay.
On his left foot. I like when he cuts in. I think the way he finds people on his left foot is amazing. And Mesut Ozil for me is my favorite. Him and the other one I'm going to mention are my two favorite Arsenal players of all time. Purely because I've seen them from start to finish. And there was a point where I was going to the stadium going, how have we got these two in our team? I don't understand. Like they could be playing for anyone in the world right now.
Yeah.
So Mesut Ozil on the right wing.
Mesut Ozil on the right. And you've met the guy. You've done an interview with him. Bro, another Arsenal legend. Well, could you call him an Arsenal legend, Ozil?
Yeah. Anyone with any common sense in their brain knows that the day we signed Ozil was a moment. His assists record was a moment, and people like again, social media football fans. If City, Chelsea, Liverpool, if any of them had Mesut Ozil, they would be purring. But when it's not your player, you're happy to say, "Oh, not that good." Not just like people still doubting Mo Salah. It just makes no sense.
The guys are
So I would have Ozil on the right because I think we've got enough action in the midfield. We've got Sanya who's bursting on the overlap, and I trust Sanya's delivery as well. Mesut Ozil. On the other side, I'm going for Alexis Sanchez.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. The combination, Alexis Sanchez.
The best player of the Emirates era.
Okay.
Argue with your mum, your dog, bring your lunch, wherever you want.
That's a big statement. I'd say Santi's up there too, just because of his playing style.
Santi's awesome, but Santi couldn't lace Sanchez's boots.
Wow. Okay.
We're talking what Sanchez did at this club. Absolutely insane. And I wish he stayed with us. There's stories, depending on if you read them, where after the first day at United, he was asking his agent,
if you can tear out the contract. I heard that too.
And I believe that. He had it great at Arsenal. He actually loved the nightlife as well. There's a big South American community in London, and he felt really settled. He loved life here. He was playing outrageous football. He was putting big teams to the sword. Alexis Sanchez. What?
I just wish we'd signed Aubameyang 2 years earlier. Imagine prime us if we in that season when Leicester won the league and we came second. If we had Aubameyang up front, Alexis on the left, and then Ozil in the 10, and then whoever, probably Walcott on the right wing. I mean, Walcott would probably be the the unbalance in that attack. But just imagine Aubameyang in his prime, Ozil in his prime, Alexis in his prime. That's a title-winning team easily.
And the thing is, what Sanchez offers on the press, but defensively as well, is like you can't underestimate that. Like it's just so amazing. And again, I say balance. Santi Cazorla is not going to be an all-action defender. So on his side, having two players like Kieran Tierney and Alexis Sanchez is going to be... I'm so proud of this, by the way. I reckon this team will batter anyone's.
We should have an animation up, by the way. There should be an animation somewhere on the screen of what your team's looking like at the moment. So your team should be up here somewhere. So we will see in the final edit what it looks like. But you're sounding very exciting. Lots of attacking flair at the moment. Alexis, Ozil. But now we move into the... Sorry, was there anything else you wanted to say on Alexis?
I love him.
Honestly,
I'm about to drop a bombshell because I know a lot of the times you look at my opinions and I can tell you're like, what is this Don on about? Like, bruv, like, come on, man. Have a bit of composure. I am telling you now, we can sign a pre-contract agreement with Sanchez in January.
And you do it. Man, I don't know about that. Okay. I don't normally... but then... the thing is as well, just think though, just for a second, take deep breath, composure, lads, composure.
Tranquilo.
You think for a second though, what does that do to Martinelli if you did that? And Alexis, oh man, you don't care. You just want to see Alexis back at the carpet, don't you?
Listen, Martinelli's got time. And if I'm honest, can I be honest?
Yeah, of course you can.
Martinelli's had enough opportunity to show us what he's got, but his progress has stifled a little bit. But we know we've got Gabby for the foreseeable. Like, we support him enough to go, don't worry. Like, you don't need to break into this team this season or even the next. We've got you. You know, like, I'm not saying he's the same level, but it's almost like Phil Foden, where for 3 years, it almost felt like, when is Phil Foden going to make his mark? Should he go on loan? Should he go here? Yeah. Gabby seems like a guy that we've got. Like, don't worry, you'll be fine. You know?
I've got to say as well, I love Smith Rowe on the left. I'm a big fan of Emil Smith Rowe on that left-hand side.
Yeah.
He plays like that Grealish role in a way of an inverted winger.
The way he really dips his shoulder and runs with his body all compact, like on the turn, he just hits that space straight away. But yeah, no, he's not Ozil or Sanchez level.
Alexis Sanchez, what a player, honestly.
I would take Sanchez back right now.
Okay.
Like, and I think he's a confidence player. Yeah. Fine. Obviously he's not the same player now, because when did he leave us? He left us in 2018.
18, yeah. And we got that swap deal's got to be up there, the history of one of the worst swap deals.
Honestly, in our first game,
no disrespect to Mkhitaryan, because he came in, he was a dedicated professional, but it just did not work out for either club, really, did it?
In the first game, I thought, oh my God, we have got a banging deal, because Mkhitaryan and Aubameyang, that link up.
Yeah.
We thought we were going to have
the announcement video got me so gassed for Aubameyang as well, when he said, everyone saw Mkhitaryan's announcement, it was like, yo, Pierre, do you want to come out here? But they didn't say it. You just heard him you saw him mouth it.
Yeah.
And that was when that went through, and the Aubameyang transfer was announced with him saying that, and the actual voice behind it, everyone was like, I knew it from the first day. That was one of the most gas moments. Like,
it was sick. And yeah, that's going to go down in history as one of the most disaster transfers for
honestly
both of us. And do you know what? I actually feel better about Mkhitaryan's thing not working out, because Sanchez's didn't work out.
Exactly.
If Sanchez went on to tear it up, I would have been fuming.
Honestly, yeah.
But even at Inter Milan as well, just the way Conte likes to set up, Sanchez was struggling to find his way there. But I think Alexis Sanchez has still got enough about him.
Do you think it was just the fact that under Arsene Wenger, he gave him that freedom? He was very clearly his favourite player, and he taught him, like, lots of people called him the teacher's pet in some ways. But do you think if he came back into a rigid structure such as Mikel Arteta's Arsenal, where he's not going to be the favourite, he probably won't play week in, week out, do you still think he would be able to, well, he wouldn't hit the heights, but to even have an impact to Arsenal?
I think the fact that he wouldn't be our star signing and our most important player and our priority would take a lot of pressure off him to perform. And I think being back in London, getting a chance to not just getting a chance to make amends, but having that pressure off of him that, okay, now go and show us what you can do, and being a great addition off the bench, I think he'd do quite well, especially on a free. We need to remember these things. I'm not saying let's call up Inter Milan and ask them if they want to do like a 25 million, 30 million thing. We're not trying to, on a free Premier League, I reckon Sanchez would lap that up, and it'd definitely be worth a shout for sure as a squad player.
We can dream. We can only dream. We can only dream. But you've gone for Alexis and Ozil. What a combination that was, by the way, back in the day. The link up was crazy with those two. But your number 10, you said that this was you said who your other favorite Arsenal player was, or was that Alexis?
No, that was Alexis. Yeah.
Okay. So who have you gone for a number 10?
Yeah, it was a bit away. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I can only have one more Invincible, isn't it?
I mean, if you want to put 2 in, bro, I'm not going to stop you. You go. But by your rules, you can only have one more Invincible.
Oh my God, I can't believe I'm about to do this. Number 10, Dennis Burkhardt.
Okay, number 10, Dennis Burkhardt. I feel like there's a bombshell about to come here too. Talk us through Dennis Burkhardt, though.
There are no words. Just when you thought you've seen everything he can do, he has got a compilation of goals. I do a lot of Twitch streams with Arsenal where we're talking about best goals against Chelsea, or best Champions League goals, or goal of those season contenders of all time and stuff like that. Some of the goals, some of the assists, some of the actions that Dennis Burkhardt does are nothing short of ridiculous. As in, if he was around today and playing for Arsenal, City would have paid 100 million for him.
Easy.
And he would have gone and done the mad thing for them. He would have taken them to another planet. Like, he really is that good. He just took the biscuit, man. Like Dennis Burkhardt, there's an assist where Ljungberg scored against Juventus, and there's a little assist he does where he drags it back, turns, beats 3 players, and then without looking, pokes it with the outside of his right foot, and it just slips into Ljungberg. Like, it was the most ridiculous thing. Obviously, the Newcastle goal. Obviously, the hat-trick against Leicester. Yeah. But there's so much more. There is so much more that this man has done. And I feel like, although Thierry Henry is the king of Highbury, although he's our record goal scorer, and although when he was playing with us, he was arguably one of the best players in the world, I feel like Sanchez on to the left of him, Burkhardt himself, and a competent striker in front of him will do the mad thing.
Okay. And you talk of a competent striker. You said you can only pick one more Invincible, and you picked Burkhardt. Who else are you going to go for in the striker to put the goals away? There's a lot of creativity in there. You've got Cazorla playing the balls into those pockets. You've got Vieira bursting through. You've got Sanchez with his runs, his power. You've got Ozil with his creative flair. Burkhardt with everything, Iceman. Who's going to be finishing the goals off?
So there's a few choices, like we can actually go for a few, and I'm conflicted because
if you pick Yaya Sanogo, it's done.
I'm conflicted because although for some of these strikers I was too young to remember, I've seen enough Arsenal footage, I've seen enough classic matches, I've seen enough moments to be able to generally form an opinion of what type of player they were, what goals they scored, and what they would bring to the team. And because of that, can I tell you the 2 that I'm conflicted with?
Yeah, go for it.
You might be surprised, actually. Who do you think? I'm interested to know. Who do you think are the 2 that are not Henry?
I chose Aubameyang just because, again, I didn't pick any Invincibles in mind just because, like, for my generation, I grew up in the Emirates era as an Arsenal fan. Like Fabregas, Van Persie, Nasri, those were the people I grew up
Oh
watching.
my God. I left out Fabregas.
Yeah, I know. Oh, he's just clocked. Yeah, but who do you take out, Santi or Vieira?
Santi, all day.
Santi. We're gonna have to have a last minute substitution.
Am I allowed one?
Yeah, go on, bro. We'll allow it. We'll allow it for you, bro. We'll allow it for you.
Wait, but I want to keep this authentic.
Okay.
Because you said personal connection, a bit about like the players that you resonated with, and also the players that came straight to my mind. As much as I love Cesc Fabregas, he didn't come to my mind straight away.
No, yeah.
So I'm going to stick with it.
I'm going to stick with Santi.
Yeah.
Okay. We had the story about the FA Cup and the ticket and everything as well. So
you know,
honorable shout out and mention to Fabregas. So, but yeah, I mean, as far as strike forces go, you can't go much worse. And we had one of our Vavel guys, Josh. I believe he chose Adebayor and Van Persie as his strike force. So, as long as it's not as cursed as that, I think we're good. But who are you thinking? I feel like.
So it's not Henri. So which two do you think I'm thinking of?
I feel like Aubameyang might be in there. Is he? No. Please don't tell me it's Adebayor.
No, as much as I'm actually an Adebayor guy.
Okay.
I was there when the entire Emirates Stadium was booing him in pre-season when he was clapping everyone off. So I'm not going to lie to you. I know this is an Arsenal channel. Oh, should I say this? I'm probably going to say it. Yeah, they deserved that knee slide.
Yeah?
Yeah. They deserved it.
Adebayor as well. He didn't want to leave. He was told to leave, wasn't he, as well?
Thank you.
Like, as the celebration hurt, obviously, but the club told him to leave and said that they'd accepted a bid from Manchester City, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, and
they like the amount of fans that were vile towards this man and his family.
Yeah. Oh, of course, uncalled for, not justified at all.
When he put them in the bin, they deserved it. Like there were a good section of that away fan that were on the "We Hate Adebayor" bandwagon, and they got their just desserts. So I'm an Adebayor fan, and some of his goals for us, wild.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Is Van Persie in there? Is Van Persie in there? Are you thinking of, is Van Persie one of the people?
He's actually not, but he's part of the three contenders now, because it'd be stupid not to consider Van Persie.
I've got to get my thinking cap on now.
It's
Nicholas Anelka?
Yes.
Okay.
The reason why I look at Nicky Anelka is because we ended up selling him to Madrid to make way to be able to sign Henri. So it turned out to be a ridiculous, like, amazing decision. Yeah. But I think Nicholas Anelka, when he burst onto the scene, that raw pace, that killer finishing ability, like, he had Kylian Mbappe vibes before Kylian Mbappe.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, really, I thought, and can you imagine as well, like, with that electric pace running in behind, Burkhardt finding him, Sanchez joining him on a link up, Ozil finding him, like, you know, that French connection between Vieira and Anelka. Like, I just think we will be rock solid at the back and blistering up top and resolute in the middle. Yeah. So,
is Giroud the other name, maybe?
Do you know what? I love Giroud. I love him, but I have to be sensible about this.
Danny Welbeck? That guy Welbs?
No, Welbs, I love you, my G, but no.
Who's the other name then? Nicholas Anelka and who? Who else are you thinking?
So the other one I was thinking of is Ian Wright.
Wow. Okay.
Ian Wright. So purely because Wrighty, if you look at his goal compilations, if you look at him as a player, he was always up for the fight. Like, he was always pushing the edge of intensity. Yeah. He was ice cold in front of goal. If he missed a chance, it didn't really bother him. And he loved scoring goals. Obsessed with scoring goals. Left foot, right foot, chips, little slots, little pick outs in the middle. Ian Wright did it all. And the amount of goals he scored.
He loved the lads as well.
Yeah. No, exactly. And he was, for me, he was sensational. And I'm just imagining Ozil and Burkhardt picking out Ian Wright,
Mm,
I think that would be sensational.
it
So
would be.
I think it would be wrong of me to go for Anelka because I've got this idea of Anelka. He's
Yeah.
almost like Tupac. Like there are people that say Tupac's their favorite rapper of all time that don't even listen to Tupac. It's because they've got this like idea of him as like an enigma. Tupac is one of the greatest rappers of all time, by the way. But just we have this idea of Nicholas Anelka, that this young raging bull that was on a mad one and went on to play for some great clubs and stuff like that. But I do like to think in a title winning season, even though he won our 97-98 league title, which Gary Neville says is the best Arsenal team that he's ever seen. So he said the 97-98 team was miles ahead of the Invincible team.
Okay.
I would say temperament-wise, Nicholas Anelka might not have what it takes in a very strong dressing room. Vieira, Sol Campbell, David Seaman, Tony Adams. I have a feeling that Anelka might throw his toys out the pram, and for that reason, I will go with
Righty.
I think I'm going to go with Righty. Do you know what? I was about to go for Van Persie. Van Persie and Burkham link up would be mental.
It would be, yeah. Van Persie, as much as what happened, like he was an absolute like bagsman at the end of the day.
No, do you know what? I love Righty. No, but I have to go for Van Persie.
You have to go for Van Persie.
Yeah, do you know why? The last ever football top, I got a name at the back of my shirt.
Was it
the last time I ever did it?
Yeah.
Guess what I got?
You got Van Persie. V. Persie. You didn't? Who did you get?
I got Dan Persie.
Oh my word. Oh my word. I mean, I don't really know how to react to that, to be honest. Dan Persie.
I couldn't wear that top again. I was wearing it once at home, and then Mum came and she goes, "Oh, Dan Persie." She goes, "Hasn't he moved to Man United?" And I was just looking at my mum like, "Not now, Mum."
Not now. No. That's got a very special space at the bottom of the drawer somewhere that you never sees the light of day.
No, I've dashed it away. I haven't seen it in years. I think that's done now.
Yeah.
But for me, Van Persie, individual brilliance, title-winning credentials. There were that season where he left us. Whichever team he was going to go to was going to win the league, and you can't say more than that. Like if you are the decider of who wins the league because of your technical ability, it's insane. And that season he had where Son was putting it on a plate and he was battering them away. Some of the goals he scored for us, that Dutch link up. I think Van Persie has all the link up skills of Giroud with the killer instinct as well. Can you imagine Van Persie holding it, playing it to Dennis Burkhardt, bringing Sanchez into the mix? I think that would be. I would love to see any of these teams that you guys are choosing.
A complete striker, honestly.
Yeah, I would love to see any of the teams that the Vavel guys or any guests that you're getting on a Tuesday.
Yeah, we've had some
on this team.
We've had some brilliant names been put in there. We've had people of different generations. Like some people have put David Rocastle, Liam Brady in their teams. Some big names, honestly.
Rocky, what a legend.
Rocky Rocastle.
Oh my God, Rocky and Ian Wright playing together for the vibes.
Oh, honestly. Yeah.
No, that would have been amazing, the Broccoli boys. But had they have been of my generation, I probably would have gone for them. But I would be going for them purely just for the vibes.
Yeah,
because I know their story, and I know obviously Rocky is a legend for all of us, and I know what he means to Righty. But for me, in terms of players that I've seen, in terms of players that are from my generation or maybe just a bit before, I think this is my all-time favorite 11, only having one invincible in each department of the pitch.
Okay, we've got a very special rule there that we've had. You should be able to see Dan's all-time 11 now on the screen. It should be up here somewhere. Let us know what you think of it in the comments. Honestly, absolute pleasure, mate. Honestly, thanks, every time you come on, always a pleasure. Really enjoy it. Where can people find you? Sorry, again, I know we said it earlier in the video, but for the people that are stuck around to the end, where can they find you? And again, what kind of stuff do you do?
So on Instagram, you can find me at Daniyal.Khan UP on Instagram. And on Twitter, it's Dan_Khan UP. Just find me on there, get in touch. Whatever thoughts you have about Arsenal, whatever ideas you have about football, let's chat. It would always be a pleasure. And hopefully I'll see you guys on this channel sometime very soon.
100%, 100%. Make sure to drop down a follow. And keep an eye out on the Twitch streams as well. He's doing his thing for Arsenal on Twitch. Always good stuff to see over there. But yeah, make sure to drop a subscribe to the channel, like the video, and tweet us at ArsenalVavel1, and let us know what you thought. Do you agree with Dan's picks? Do you think that he could have chosen other people in different positions? Would that attack work? Was Van Persie a little bit too controversial? Let us know, and we will get back to you replying in the comments. But again, Dan, thanks for your time, and we will catch you all very soon.